Now at 6, cold weather woes. We'll show you how neighbors are toughing out temps for all the snow that's sticking around.
And that snow isn't going anywhere. We're in the single digits now, but headed below zero tonight. I'll have your forecast.
Plus, the Colts in Seattle tonight, and so is their new old quarterback. We have an update on the score and Phillip Rivers' first game back in the NFL since 2020. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. Phillip Rivers is young.
Yeah,
right?
he is young.
He's a young man.
Young, and there's been lots of cheering in the newsroom. I happened to walk by just after the last touchdown, and it's pretty fun.
It is fun. So we'll get you an update on the game in just a little bit. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jenny Runovich. Starting in the Weather Center, though, with Angela Buckman, because these cold temperatures are really nothing to mess with. We've seen businesses close early today. Delays and closures already rolling in for tomorrow. So I guess the question, Angela, is how long is the bitter cold going to last?
We've got about 24 hours.
Okay.
So there's an end in sight, but we have to get through tonight. And actual air temperatures will near 10 below.
Oh, boy.
Wind chills will again be 15, maybe 20 below. But as the winds ease, that's going to help us out a little bit in terms of that wind chill. Unfortunately, that will aid to the fact that it's going to be even colder tonight than the 4 below zero we had this morning. So the weather impact alert continues through tomorrow. Actual air temperatures will near 10 below zero. And keep in mind, the main interstates are in pretty good shape. You will still find at times the on and off ramps are snow covered, and even that fast lane at times is snow covered. So rapidly changing travel conditions, and those side roads, those neighborhood roads are still snow covered. It's going to slow you down tomorrow morning. Limit outdoor time through tomorrow and be prepared for some delays and some closings. We're already starting to see those come in, as Jenny pointed out. Single digit temperatures right now. It feels like 10 below in Indianapolis, feels like 17 below zero in Kokomo. Actual air temperatures tonight in the range of 5 to 10 below. You're going to need all of the layers tomorrow, most of the day. At least we get warmer than today. We get out of the single digits in the 20s tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Well, because of the extreme cold, you really do need to take some extra precautions when it comes to your home, your pets, and your own health. And there are specific ways to stay safe. Our Brandon Schaff in studio tonight to break down what health experts are recommending. This is a tough stretch.
Yeah, it is, Jenny. I mean, it's like we haven't been getting a break from the extreme cold temperatures here. And as that happens, there are some risks that experts are telling me to look out for. Those health risks, well, as these temps plummet, people are at risk of hypothermia, low body temperature, and you can also get frostbite and not even realize that you have it. Health experts saying that that's because of the numbness. So look out for skin coloration. Be careful not to burn your skin while trying to warm it up. Instead, it's recommended to use warm water and blankets. And they say that it's also important to be looking for signs of that low body temperature. For comparison here, the average is 98.7 degrees Fahrenheit for our bodies.
If your core temperature ever gets to 95 Fahrenheit or 35 centigrade, if it gets that low, that's a dangerous level. That is nothing that you can treat on your own. Get to the nearest urgent care or emergency center immediately.
And Kane says that people need to gradually warm up. Don't do it too fast. Drink warm drinks and have some soup, but remember, no alcohol or caffeine. And she says that people should stay out of the cold as much as possible right now. But if you do need to go outside, it's important to remember to cover your head, neck, and your hands and to keep that core temperature up. And Jenny, there are symptoms too that you need to be looking out for in this cold weather that mean that you maybe need medical attention, all right? And that could be shivering, slurred speech, confusion, memory loss, all very concerning, just to name a few. And for infants, you have to look out for low energy and also if their skin is red or hot. those are some warning signs as well.
Yeah, certainly scary signs. And the point is you don't want to get to that point. So take the precautions early.
Exactly right.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. Well, these bitter cold temps mean all the snow that's on the ground right now is here to stay for a while. And even with that new snow removal policy in place in Indianapolis, some roads are still covered tonight. Well, one neighbor didn't want to wait. Our Alex Almanza shows us how he took matters into his own hands.
Winter has a way of softening things. Streets dusted in white, the noise turned down, even if just for a moment. But that quiet doesn't last for everyone.
I care about this. Let's get something done. Help us out, please.
So Oliver Jackson did, not by waiting.
I said, hey, anybody own their own plow truck? I said, yeah.
Jackson says he paid a private driver $300 to plow his residential street near Raceway and Rockville Road after his street went untouched last year.
I said, that's fine with me. You just said $500, I would have gave it to him. It's getting colder. And if you don't try to knock some of this out, it's already ice.
Meanwhile, Indy DPW is keeping ahead of the expected sub-zero temps when salt becomes less effective. Overnight, the agency calling in contractors to plow residential streets.
It will take most of today, and we're going to go back over some of the what are called priority 2 roads, which are some of your connectors and roads that go by schools.
As crews work round the clock for the foreseeable future, DPW's Adam Pinsker urges residents to be patient.
If you don't see certain roads plowed, just know that we're working today. You know, even it's Sunday, maybe people were at home watching football or shopping or going to church, and our crews are still working 12-hour shifts.
For Jackson, it's less about pointing fingers and more about safety for his neighbors and DPW.
Yeah, just, hey, I appreciate you guys. Stay warm. I don't want to see you guys in the news getting stuck in ditches. Just don't forget about us little people over here.
For now, this West Side Street is clear. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
And remember, DPW is using right now that tiered priority system this year. The agency says crews tackled the main roads and connectors first. All day today, they've been working on residential areas. And if you'd like to keep track of which streets those plows hit, you can use this, the Indy Snowforce Viewer. Just type it into Google and you'll see this map. The light blue areas you see here are roads being plowed right now. The other colors show how long it's been since a road was plowed. Green means in the last 2 hours, and white means 8 hours or more. Other news tonight, we'll take you to Brown County, where the sheriff's office there is investigating a shooting at a Dollar General store. That store is in Bean Blossom along State Road 135, just north of Nashville, Indiana. The sheriff's office says Saturday afternoon, 2 people were shot and taken to the hospital. No updates right now on their conditions. Investigators also say 2 suspects are in custody. Of course, we'll keep you posted if they are formally charged. Happening tomorrow, you can give feedback about the future of education in Indy. This is the last listening session hosted by the Indianapolis Local Education Alliance on topics like transportation and facilities. Tomorrow's meeting is from 12 to 2 p.m. at the Madam Walker Legacy Center. ILEA will make its final recommendations at its meeting on Wednesday. Right now, the Colts are taking on the Seahawks in Seattle, and Phillip Rivers is starting at quarterback. It seems like the old arm still works because he threw a touchdown just a few minutes ago. Right now, we are headed into the third quarter in that game. The score 13-6. Colts are in the lead. Rivers, you'll remember, came out of retirement to play for the Colts. The 44-year-old joined the team after Daniel Jones had that season-ending Achilles injury. This is actually Rivers' first NFL game in 1,800 days. Again, the Colts winning so far. Dominic Miranda will break down how it all went, how it ended up tonight after Sunday Night Football.